Crispy salmon bites over hot rice with a sticky hot honey finish is one of those dinners that looks expensive even though the whole pan comes together fast. Today I am making bite-sized salmon that gets crisp at the edges, stays tender in the middle, and picks up a sweet heat glaze right at the end. A pound of fresh salmon runs about $10 to $12 at Fred Meyer or Costco here in Washington, and the rest of the ingredients, honey, chili, rice, are already in most pantries. This whole dinner comes together for under $20 and feeds 2 to 3 people. If you want a dinner that gives you crunch, steam, and a glossy finish without a long ingredient list, this is a strong one to keep in rotation. Start by cutting the salmon into even cubes so they cook at the same speed. Pat them dry, season them well, and toss them with just enough oil and starch to help the surface crisp. While that sits for a minute, stir together honey, chili, a little acid, and whatever savory base you like so the glaze is ready the second the salmon is hot. Get a skillet properly hot before the salmon goes in. The moment those pieces hit the pan, leave them alone long enough to build color. You want to hear a hard sizzle, see the edges tighten, and watch the coating turn from pale to golden before you even think about flipping. Once the first side is browned, turn the salmon and let the second side catch up. Warm the rice so it stays steamy, then pour in the hot honey mixture right at the end. As it bubbles, the sauce should thicken around the salmon instead of pooling at the bottom. That is the point where the viewer can start deciding whether they want a lighter gloss, a stickier lacquer, or a sharper chili finish. Now finish fast. Spoon the glaze over the salmon, kill the heat before the sugars go too dark, and look for crisp edges with a shiny coat instead of a wet sauce bath. The fish should still look juicy in the center, but the exact glaze depth and char level should stay visible enough that the viewer can judge whether they would stop earlier or push it one shade darker. Pile the rice into the bowl first so the steam stays visible, then spoon the salmon over the top and finish with any extra glaze left in the pan. Add something fresh at the end if you want contrast, and get close enough to show the crisp shell, the soft flakes inside, and the sauce catching the light. If you're cooking for someone with a fish or honey sensitivity, swap ingredients accordingly before serving. If you want the exact hot honey ratio or a version of this with chicken instead of salmon, leave that in the comments and tell me which finish you would want most: lighter glaze, deeper char, or extra heat.